Hey Taurus, I hope you're all doing excellent. My name is Sarah and this is my channel, Serendipity Astrology. I'm doing a general tarot card reading for March 2022. I know I took some time off. I really needed it. I caught a cold, so I'm working through that, and it's just been really challenging, to say the least, but I'm sure you guys are feeling that too. Well, we have your ruler, Venus, traveling with Mars through Capricorn as of yesterday. Today is the 16th of February, so they just coupled up together in Capricorn, and they're going to be traveling through, mostly through March, too, in a pretty tight conjunction. So I feel like the things you're working towards, the places you're moving towards, I feel like a lot with like who you are and the relationships you carry, like the relationships that you have in your life. Like you're figuring out what you want, what you don't want, and I feel like you guys are having fun. You know, you're doing things that are exciting for you just because you've been I feel like you guys were kind of in a rut for a while. You know, I'm feeling that too, or I was feeling that. I actually have an announcement to make that I'm actually pregnant, and I never said anything on this channel at all. I'm due April 27th, so I'm making a little Taurus right now. So that's another reason why I haven't been doing so many videos. It's just been crazy, and it's hard making babies, man. They make you tired. Seriously. This baby loves to sleep. All right, well, enough about me. Ooh, death card. All right, I'm going to be doing these readings a little bit differently. Okay, so I'm still doing the past, present, and future, but I'm only doing 2 in each row. And then I'm going to be pulling a spirit animal oracle card, and I have 2 new oracle decks that I'm going to be pulling from as well. And then I'll be pulling clarifiers from the Rider-Waite. So it's just going to be a different setup than before. I just wanted to do things differently. It just felt right, you know. And I got 2 decks for Christmas, like I said. Ooh, the Empress and the Death card. Oh, 6 of Cups. Okay. Eight of Pentacles. Oh, these have all been pop-outs, too. I haven't even pulled one. That's crazy. Oh, cards for this just want to fly out of the deck, I guess. Oh, I guess they do. You have the 3 of Pentacles, and you have the Ace of Pentacles. Wow. Okay. All right, let's put that aside. Okay, so this first row, which represents the past, we have the Death card and the Empress. With this Death card, I feel like a lot of you, like, what's dying and being reborn in your life is a certain part of you. I don't think it's anything around you that's disappearing and, you know, like that something else is rising from the ashes. I really feel like it's a part of you that maybe is the way that you guys have... I feel like it has something to do with relationships. Like the way you guys, like the kind of relationships you attract, the kind of relationships you look for. Because I feel like a lot of you have like a certain part of you that is changing. Like it's not the same. You guys have had some pretty... I feel like a lot of you have had some pretty gnarly shit happening in your love life. Or just, you know, your close relationships. And it's caused the need for you to reevaluate what's worth keeping and what's not. You also have the Empress card here. So surrounding this energy, I feel like there's a certain level of, it's like this is the rebirth card. This is like spring for you. I feel like spring is going to be it's going to be, well, I mean, in the northern hemisphere, it'll be spring. But like, you know, I feel like March, April, May, they're going to be pretty pivotal months for you guys. I have that feeling. You know, in late April, I know you guys have a full moon solar eclipse that's going to be happening in Taurus. It's the first eclipse of the year. And like I said, the nodes are in your sign and your opposite sign, Scorpio. So, you know, parts about yourself are like it's eclipsing out of your life. But this has been happening for some time now. You know, possibly since like, you know, November. I feel like you guys really had to just reevaluate. But I feel like spring is going to be a different kind of spring for you guys. Like things are changing, things are moving, it's like they're blossoming. This is divine Venus. Venus is your ruling energy. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but this has a lot to do with spring. This has a lot to do with you. This has a lot to do with your reflection and the person that you see. And you know, I feel like it has a lot to do with you being proud of yourself again. You seeing yourself in a light that it's reflecting back to you in a way that you can, like, it's more palatable for you. All right, I'm going to pull a spirit animal oracle card for the past. All right, I did shuffle these for a while, so you know, I'm just going to give them a nice little shuffle. So I'll just give it just a second. Hold on. Whoa, that is way too many. Sorry, guys. There are like 5 in there. I feel like that's way too many oracle cards, but you've had like some serious pop-outs. Like, the universe has some plans for you right now. This is going on for the next 18 months while the nodes are in your house in Scorpio. The 7th house, that's your relationship house. With that being Scorpio, you're releasing things about relationships that, you know, don't serve you anymore. Like, all right, let's get you a card. The Dove Spirit, be peace. I feel like this is a peaceful time for you guys. I feel like a lot of you are single right now. You know, as you're kind of transitioning through these things, like you've been in transition. But there's like a certain level of peace and quiet that you've had around you during this. So it hasn't been like chaotic. It's just been more of you kind of sitting with yourself. I'm going to pull a Moonology Oracle card for this row as well. This was new on Christmas, like I said. Getting to know these decks. Oh, sorry. It's time to take action. New moon in Aries. Wow. You know what? Yeah. I feel like you're taking action just towards who you are. Like what you want. Who you want to see in your life, who you don't want to see in your life. I think it's just, you know, I think you guys are just having fun. Like, you're having fun, and maybe you just stop looking for someone, you know? And you're not really focused on that anymore. That's not really a part of what you're, like... Usually you find what you're looking for when you're not looking for it anymore. Because when you want something, the vibration of want is like a repellent for what you actually want in your life. So once you get your focus off of that and you just kind of, you lose the resistance towards it, the right people can show up for you. But I feel like a lot of it is you guys spending time focusing on you and figuring out yourself and what you want and who you want to be, and maybe what that kind of person that you want in your life looks like. Four of Cups. Yeah. You know what? Some of you might be dating, and like you might have been dating, but I feel like any of those people that were there, they weren't really your cup of tea. They weren't someone that you could see yourself with. It wasn't really something that you wanted to. Maybe it's just something you were doing just out of, like, maybe people were encouraging you to go date and you kind of really didn't want to, or maybe you're just lonely and you wanted to date. You know, but I really don't feel like any of those people really were anyone special that you wanted to keep around in your life. Okay? All right, so we're moving to the present. We have the Six of Cups followed by the Eight of Pentacles. I see you guys focusing a lot more on your work. You know, some of you might have like a project that you're working on, something that you're working on rolling out. I feel like I've said that to you before in previous readings. But yeah, I also feel like this is a lot of you guys just getting out there and having fun. You know, enjoying yourself, enjoying your life. You know, not having someone there sometimes opens up the possibility for you just to, you know, do what makes you happy, because you don't have to compromise with anyone else's happiness, you know. I also have the Six of Cups. I feel like a lot of you are reflecting on past relationships that you've had in like kind of a little bit of a nostalgic way, you know. Like I feel like, but again, that reflection is helping you really decide what works for you in your life and what doesn't work for you in your life. You know, which way you're going and which way you're not going. Who you want around, who you don't want around. Like, I feel like some of you are just kind of like, it's like you're learning lessons from these old memories. Like you're going back and you're just kind of looking at things and being like, oh, that's why that was that way, or that's why that was this way. You know, nothing wrong with that. You know, reflection helps us. You know, as long as you're not going backwards, you know. Exes are from the past and they're in the past for a reason. Things usually don't work out for a reason. Okay, I'm pulling another spirit animal oracle card. The dog spirit, be loyal to what you love. Yeah, that loyalty to what you love is going to be to yourself. You know, the North Node being in your first house, like you really have to focus on yourself and what it means to love yourself. And this dog spirit is just confirming that there's a certain level of loyalty that you're showing yourself that, you know, you probably haven't in the last, like, what, 18 years? You know, maybe ever. It's like you're being forced to take this time to love yourself more and redefine what it means to be you. And there is nothing wrong with that. I'm pulling you a Gateway of Light Activation Oracle card. Another deck I got for Christmas. The Akashic Record. Clearing old stories, releasing past lives, freedom. Clearing old stories. See? Nostalgia. Going over past stories, but it's to release it. It's like, you know, you won't be carrying that around with you anymore. And you'll be free to do something else with your life, have new relationships come into your life, stuff that you haven't ever experienced before. I'm going to pull another Rider-Waite card for this middle row for the present. I know I shuffle a lot. I just want to make sure these are, this is the way this is supposed to be. Queen of Wands. Yeah. You know, you're going through a time of, like, it's like igniting of the self. It's not a protected time, which I don't feel that, but I feel like it's a time where you're shining and you're really showing who you are, because there's no one trying to push you down and, like, tell you who to be. You're free to be who you want. There's that freedom. This final row, which represents the possible future, we have the Three of Pentacles, followed by the Ace of Pentacles. This Three of Pentacles, like this Eight of Pentacles, you're working hard, but you might be, I feel like these are friends. I feel like this is just like you getting out there, you like hanging out with your friends more, you spending more time just, having fun. Sure, you might be like working towards something. You all might be doing something you enjoy. That can lead to something larger in your life, like an idea, like something new on that horizon. For some reason, this is reminding me of the sun. I don't know why it's shining at me just like the sun. I do feel like a lot of you have, it's like there's a light shining on you right now. Like there's so many things that can happen for you and that are happening for you. Whether you see them as a blessing or a curse is really in the eye of the beholder, though. I'm going to pull you another Moonology Oracle card. Oop, and I forgot the Spirit Animal Oracle card. Hold on. Oop. So these are new readings for me, so just bear with me while I get my bearings on these. Okay. Hold that off. I'm going to do the Spirit Animal Oracle card first. And I feel like this can lead to something like maybe you'll be changing what you do for work, like how you make your money. I remember telling a lot of you that you were going out on your own. This could be a very lucrative time for you guys. I feel like. Okay. Big Spirit, use your mind wisely. Well, this card is telling me to just kind of be mindful of your thoughts. Try not to let them wander off into anywhere that can be self-deprecating or just not like productive thoughts. You might be feeling a little down on yourself sometimes. That can happen. We all stumble. But I feel like it's important to kind of like be mindful of what you're thinking, like where those thoughts are leading. Like you just don't want to spiral out, All right, a Moonology card. Oh, jeez. The full moon in Cancer. A personal issue reaches resolution. There might be something that's been going on in the background for a lot of you that's been a little troubling, like having to do with, I think a lot of that spurred this relationship and self stuff that you guys have going on. Maybe it's a legal issue. Maybe it's a financial issue. But I feel like it's been like it's resolving itself. And that can have a lot to do with this Ace of Pentacles. Well, maybe you guys just haven't been seeing the fruits of your labor. Maybe just things haven't really been like panning out for you. They've been slow to move. Which I get. Oh, excuse me. We've had we've had 2 key planets, and your ruling planet, was retrograde for months. since like late November, and it's just starting to move to like really start moving in the beginning of March. So, and I feel like, you know, you guys have some resolutions on the horizon. Not to say that there won't be bumps, but I feel like there's just so much going on for you guys. The Nine of Wands. Yeah, I feel like this is an energy that you guys are moving past. You know, this feels like a very protective energy to me. Like you're being very protective of yourself. Maybe you guys are learning to be more vulnerable through this. You know, learning to put yourself out there more. But you're also redefining what it means to be you. So that can be a very vulnerable place by itself. Like just alone. So there you have it, guys. Your March actually looks you know what? There might be some bumps there, but I feel like this is when things start opening back up for you. Things start shining for you. The winter months, I feel like, were a time of things withering away, you know, with this death card. But spring is really where things are going to start opening up for you, and that is incredibly exciting. All right, Taurus, thank you so much for watching. I will see y'all again soon, okay? Bye.